So the Showme baby stopped by my place. This is a rare pleasure. Thanks for coming and visiting me, my friend.
What's up, Duncan?
Quite a lot. Quite a lot, especially regarding the border situation. This is ongoing. It's nothing new. There's been this, that, and the other thing reported, and we're all familiar with the BLM activities on borders and reestablishing borders on behalf of landowners. Can we call it that?
What's amazing to me is so many people actually back what happened at the Bundy Ranch and fighting against the BLM, and it all had to do about property rights and the government affecting people's property and stuff. And many of these people that are like on the pro-immigration side of what's going on with the government were against the BLM and the Bundy situation. I don't get it. I don't.
Well, we've both been down south of Austin, past San Antonio, and spoken with people that are very concerned about the border and knowledgeable about what's literally going on because they live down there. What's your thoughts on the situation so far?
Man, it's a clusterfuck. And let me tell you, okay, I was ranting about this earlier today, and I actually posted something on Facebook and said, I'm coming up from Austin, there's 50 buses heading south and they're empty because they're invading America. And I was laughing about it because I knew people were going to get mad. There was like 100 posts already right there on that Facebook thing, and I was joking about empty buses invading the U.S. The thing is, first off, CPS is the worst fucking child abusing, kidnapping organization in the world. And nobody likes CPS. They steal people's children. And yet there's so many libertarians and other people that are arguing for immigration and all these children, which in the Obama administration is like 30 years and under. So you're talking about a whole military age style class of gang members that are coming from Central America who are being bussed in by the very organization that's been stockpiling billions of bullets and putting armored vehicles all over the country and have been talking about a domestic civilian force, right? And yet we're supposed to have the government take care of these children. You're 10 times more likely to be raped, abused, or killed in CPS or the government's custody than if you were even in your own home. Why should we fucking trust the government to be busing all these people all over our country? Because the only thing I see coming of it are these fucking children are going to be abused. They're going to be killed. They're going to be harmed. And yes, maybe a few, their lives are going to be better. And God bless them for having a better life in America. But what's happening is lawlessness. They're actually opening the border in the midst of us having a World War III scenario that started on 9/11, where we've had a war in Afghanistan and a war in Iraq. And we have openly funding of ISIS and the rebel groups in Syria by the Obama administration with Kerry and Clinton and all of them. And yet our borders are being opened as we're having threats of World War III with Russia right now. How does that make sense? What king in history, what any good leader in history left their castle gates open so people could walk over the moat and just come help themselves at the castle?
Would it be fair to say that a country without a border is not a country?
Well, that's the whole issue, is that when you take away the border and you take away these imaginary lines that everybody wants to talk about, then you're usurping the sovereignty of the people here in our Bill of Rights. When you have no borders and you have no land, then that land is not owned by the people and you do not have sovereign rights. It's beautiful in a communistic ideology of thinking that everybody will love each other and take care of one another, but it's not the way the world runs.
Maybe we should try communism so that we can just show people it doesn't work.
Well, it's been done over and over,
and
it's been one of the biggest forms of democide that this world's ever seen. Millions and millions and millions of people, hundreds of millions of people have been killed underneath these socialistic programs from the USSR, from Commie China, and even the fascism and the communism that happens here in the United States, and has been going on probably since around the time of the 1913 when the Federal Reserve was put in, or maybe even since JFK was murdered.
You know, people are going to accuse you of wearing an Illuminati symbol on your t-shirt.
What's that? The Skull and Bones?
It's the poo. What's it called? Poo.
I think it says something about there are doers, there are watchers, and there are people who don't understand.
Squat down a little bit more so we can read the whole thing. A little bit more. Oh no! Now stand. Oh,
I'm not
killing me.
You're
killing me here.
It's a very, very important issue because the thing that people don't understand is that Obama, the community organizer, has attacked more countries than Bush ever did. He took over Egypt, Libya, Syria, and the Ukraine all the same way. He brought in people and funded these immigrants to come into these places where they started having these popular uprisings or Arab Springs. And what happened was they ended up falling into civil war. So now that that's being done to America, people don't understand that it's the same principle of the same things that Obama was just indicted for in Egypt for supporting the Muslim Brotherhood. So as these things happen and they're stacking up this fifth column, and research what a fifth column is, Rex 84 is being fully implemented. They're opening the goddamn concentration camps. And if people don't understand that that is what is really important about what's going on here, it's not fucking immigration. People have been coming across our borders and immigrating here since the founding of this nation. It's not about immigration. It's about a lawless government who's funding Al-Qaeda and now opening our borders and busing these people into our country and starting up the Rex 84 program and the concentration camps that everybody's been talking about for decades now.
Okay, got about 4 minutes left worth of recording here. I think I might have my small card in there by mistake, but anything you wanna add about the naysayers? Where can people find the answers? The alternate news that's accurate and not spun or propaganda. What's the secret?
Everybody's spinning everything. I mean, my own opinion is my own opinion. Everybody's putting out opinions right now. Research it, find out the facts of what's going on. Immigration is a brutal topic that continues to go on in this country, and it's being propagandized by both sides
and politicized,
the right and the left. But what is actually going on is the continuity of government program under DHS, which started after 9/11. They're implementing the camps, and Obama Corps, American Corps, or whatever they call it. You can actually go and read their blogs. Since the hurricane happened up in New Jersey, they've had the camps open. They've been staffing them with AmeriCorps, and now they have a reason to use them because they're busing all these people into our country. It has to do with Rex 84, continuity of government, and taking this nation over, because as they're touching us and pulling us over on the roads and taxing us, and in the airports going through our bags and our pants, they're allowing these people to come into our nation, and many of them are gang members. Many of them are people who are militant people from third world nations who they've been using in their drug wars and stuff, and they're now busing them into our country as a fifth column. There's no other way for me to look at it, because you have to look at all of the issues going on. It's not immigration. It's not children. That's what they want you upset about. Man, I could rant about this stuff all day. People just don't see it. They don't understand the continuity of government programs in Rex 84. This is where the camps get open. This is where the camps have been open. The concentration camps are open.
Keep an eye on Craigslist and the governmental, the various agencies, FEMA and DHS, to put their reports out, progress reports or acquisitions or requests for materials or personnel. You should be seeing some kind of information regarding the operation of these camps.
Living in Texas, most of my friends are Hispanics. I have lots of Hispanic friends. I just went to the Chevelle concert last night in Austin with 3 of my Texan Hispanic friends, and it's nothing to me. We were joking about racism and stuff the whole time we were together, and I was the only white boy there. It's funny. People joke about this stuff. The people who get butthurt about it are the real racists in all actuality. And some of my Hispanic friends, some of my immigrant friends that work with me in the construction industry, they're worried that they're going to get picked up and go to the camps too. So it tells you something. The ones who have immigrated here and done it the right way are worried about what's happening. There's a fucking problem.
Oh, well, thanks for that. We'll get this up as soon as we can. And once again, research for yourself. Don't be afraid to talk about what you find or your opinion on things that you see, the details that don't fit, like the piece of the puzzle that doesn't fit. There's a reason why it doesn't fit, doesn't belong there, so that in itself is a part of the puzzle.
Collectivism kills.
Peace, love, and conspiracy.